Living in Huntsville, Alabama is a good fit for a lot of people, especially if you're moving here for work, lower property taxes, or better quality of life. But Huntsville isn't perfect, and there are a few things you need to understand before you sign a lease or make an offer on a home. Every week, I talk with people who are relocating here. Most of them have watched videos about the jobs, the restaurants, the Rocket City, and all the growth. Most of that information is true, but relocation videos sometimes leave out the details that can affect where you live, how much you spend, and whether you enjoy your daily routine once you get here. I'm Steve Stinson with Keller Williams Realty. I've been helping people move across the Tennessee Valley since 2005. If you're considering a move, schedule your complimentary strategy call. A short conversation can save you time, money, and help you make better decisions. The link is in the description. I've been selling real estate in the Huntsville area since 2005, so let me give you an honest picture of what living here is really like. The good parts, the growing pains, and the things you'll be glad you knew before moving. The first thing to understand is that the job engine here is real. Redstone Arsenal is one of the biggest economic drivers in the area. NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center is here. The FBI continues expanding its presence, and Cummings Research Park is home to a large concentration of engineering, defense, aerospace, and technology companies. And of course, Space Command is on the move. There's a reason Huntsville is called the Rocket City. If you work in engineering, defense, aerospace, cybersecurity technology, or federal contracting, Huntsville can offer some very strong career opportunities. But here's something people don't always tell you. Many positions connected to the arsenal, federal agencies, and defense contractors require some level of security clearance. That process can take time. A company may be excited to hire you, but that doesn't always mean your final start date is guaranteed immediately. Before you sell your current home, sign a long-term lease or schedule movers. Make sure you understand exactly where you are in the hiring and clearance process. I've seen relocating buyers get ahead of themselves because they assumed everything was final when there were still steps remaining. Plan carefully, especially when your move depends on a federal position or government contract. The second thing to understand is that your money may go further here, but probably not as far as an old article or video led you to believe. Alabama property taxes are low compared with many parts of the country. People moving from Colorado, D.C., Texas, California, Illinois, New Jersey, and parts of the Northeast are often surprised by the difference. That can make home ownership more affordable over the long term. The overall cost of living can also compare favorably with the larger metropolitan areas. But let me be direct, the days when nearly every home in Huntsville felt inexpensive are behind us. The area has grown, more employers have moved in, more buyers are competing for homes, and construction costs have increased. You can still get a lot of home for your money compared with Nashville, Atlanta, Dallas, or many coastal markets. But don't base your expectations on what someone bought here 5 or 10 years ago. A budget that once bought a large home in one of the most popular areas may now require you to consider a smaller home, an older property, or a location farther from your preferred commute. That doesn't mean you can't find a good home. It means you need current information. Before you start looking at listings, find out what your budget actually buys in the Huntsville market today. That will save you from wasting time on homes that don't fit or overlooking areas that may offer better value. Another thing nobody tells you clearly enough is that you should choose your area before you choose your house. This is one of the biggest mistakes relocating buyers make. They see a beautiful home online, fall in love with the kitchen, the backyard, or the floor plan, and only later realize the commute doesn't work or the surrounding area isn't what they expected. Huntsville and Madison County cover a wide area, and two homes that look close together on a map can offer very different daily experiences. Madison is extremely popular, especially with families. You'll find established neighborhoods, newer construction, shopping, restaurants, and convenient access to many major employers. Demand can be strong, and traffic has increased as the area has grown. Hampton Cove and the surrounding eastern side of the county offer mountain views, golf, newer communities, and a quieter residential feel. It can be a great fit for someone who wants more space and doesn't mind being farther from parts of Research Park or Madison. Monte Sano has a completely different personality. You're living on the mountain, surrounded by trees, with quick access to trails in downtown Huntsville. The homes are often older and more distinctive, and the terrain and wooded setting won't appeal to everyone. Providence and Mid-City offer more of a live work and entertainment atmosphere. You're closer to restaurants, shopping, events, and some of the major employment centers. Downtown Huntsville and Twickenham offer historic character, established neighborhoods, restaurants, and the energy of a city that's changing quickly. Then you have areas like Meridianville, Harvest, Athens, and Owens Crossroads, where buyers may find newer construction or more home for the money, but the commute can vary considerably depending on where you work. The most important factor may not be the straight line distance to Redstone Arsenal. It may be which Arsenal gate you'll use every day. That one detail can make a major difference in your commute. Hey, if you're not planning a move right now, share this video with someone who is. I'm sure they'll find it helpful, and I'd be glad to help them make a wise move too. You should also verify school zoning before making a decision. A Huntsville mailing address does not always mean the home is served by Huntsville City Schools. Two nearby neighborhoods can be in different school systems. Online listings are not always accurate, and school zones can change. Confirm the information directly with the appropriate school district before relying on it. Huntsville's growth has created a lot of opportunities, but the growing pains are real. Traffic is heavier than it used to be on Memorial Parkway, Research Park Boulevard, Highway 72, Interstate 565, and some of the roads around Madison can slow down during peak commuting times. Huntsville traffic is still manageable compared with Atlanta, Nashville, or many larger cities, but someone who lived here 15 years ago may describe a commute that no longer exists. Test your commute during the time of day you'll actually be driving. A neighborhood that feels convenient at 2 o'clock in the afternoon may feel very different at 7:30 in the morning. Growth has also put pressure on infrastructure, schools, and some of the most popular parts of the market. New roads, schools, businesses, and developments are being added, but growth often happens faster than infrastructure can catch up. You may see construction projects, crowded intersections, and communities that still feel unfinished. That's part of living in a fast-growing city. Another reality is severe weather. North Alabama has a serious storm season. Tornado warnings are part of life here, and local residents pay attention when severe weather is possible. This isn't something to panic about, but it is something to prepare for. When you're looking at homes, identify the safest interior location on the lowest level. Some homes have storm shelters, safe rooms, basements, or reinforced garage shelters. Others don't. You should have weather alerts on your phone. Understand the difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning, and know where you'll go before a storm arrives. The weather brings a few other surprises too. Summers are hot and humid. Pollen can be heavy in the spring. Winters are generally mild, but a small amount of snow or ice can disrupt roads and schools because the area isn't equipped like a northern city. Those may sound like small details, but they affect everyday life. One of the most positive surprises is how different Huntsville can feel from what some people expect from Alabama. Because of Redstone Arsenal, NASA, the FBI, research companies, universities, and the defense industry, people move here from all over the country and the world. You're unlikely to be the only newcomer in your neighborhood or workplace. Huntsville has a highly educated workforce, and the city has become increasingly welcoming to transplants. That national influence has also changed the restaurant, entertainment, and cultural scene. Downtown has grown. Mid-city continues developing. Town Madison has Toyota Field, restaurants, hotels, and entertainment. The Orion Amphitheater has brought major concerts to the area. There are breweries, local restaurants, museums, greenways, hiking trails, and community events. Huntsville is still smaller and slower paced than a major city. You won't find the same depth of nightlife, public transportation, or non-stop entertainment that you would find in Atlanta or Nashville. You'll also need a car in most parts of the area, but many people see that as part of the appeal. You can have access to jobs, restaurants, entertainment, outdoor recreation, and a growing downtown without dealing with the full cost and congestion of a much larger metropolitan area. So, is living in Huntsville, Alabama worth it? For many of the people I work with, the answer is yes. Huntsville offers strong employment opportunities, relatively low property taxes, a wide variety of neighborhoods, and a quality of life that can be difficult to match in a larger city. But you need to approach the move with realistic expectations. Choose your area based on your daily life, not just the house. Understand your actual commute. Verify school zoning. Use current home prices instead of outdated information. And make sure your job and relocation timeline are firm before making major financial commitments. When you get those decisions right, Moving to Huntsville can be a very wise move. If you're thinking about relocating to Huntsville or Madison County, a short conversation can save you a lot of time, driving, and guesswork. I can help you compare neighborhoods, understand commute patterns, and see what your budget realistically buys in today's market. Schedule your free 20-minute strategy call using the link in the description. And in the comments, tell me where you're moving from. I'd be interested to hear what's bringing you to Huntsville.